community is more than just a place. It's the people, stories, and connections we share. At the Wenatchee World, we're your neighbors, your storytellers, and your trusted voice. From uncovering the issues that matter most to celebrating the moments that bring us together. We deliver the stories that keep the community moving forward. The Wenatchee World, your community voice, here every day.
Good evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Rick Boone. Thank you so much for being with us on this Monday. Let's get a first look right now with Grant with your weather.
Thank you, Rick, and good Monday, everyone. Hope you had a great weekend. We had more haze move into our area after a clear air day yesterday. Here's our Hay Canyon Tower cam, and you can see that haze hovering over the Wenatchee area. That was our situation today. But as we move along this week, we will see a little bit more haze tomorrow, and we are really going to warm up. We're going to talk temperatures in the mid-90s for Tuesday, once again on Wednesday, and then a big cool down with some windy conditions Thursday, and that means a much cooler weekend ahead. And we'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later on. Rick?
Thanks so much there, Grant. In other news tonight, 3 teens recovering after a car crash. State Patrol tells us the teens are hospitalized after the vehicle they were riding in drove off the road into a ditch and rolled on Highway 97A. A 17-year-old driver along with a 17-year-old and 19-year-old passenger were injured and hospitalized. You can read more on this story right now on WenatcheeWorld.com. Well, an arrest in the recent stabbing at a Quickie Mart in Bridgeport. Police tell us a Bridgeport man arrested Sunday, the 21-year-old suspect now in jail in Chelan County. The arrest comes almost 10 days since the incident happened. You can read more on this story right now on WenatcheeWorld.com. Well, it's back to school for many colleges. They're going back either today or in the next few weeks. We sent our Nathan Eshelman to Pullman to see how WSU is enjoying the first day.
It is back to school day here at Washington State University. First day of the semester and the school year. So I had a chance to speak with a couple of students about what they're expecting out of Washington State University.
I would say I'm a very social person, but meeting people organically, that's pretty easy for me. But, these clubs, like I was in Cable A, I was in Advertising Club, I was in the Residence Hall Association, like all these sorts of things that I was doing, like really made some like long lasting like friendships, like people that I was talking to all summer, people that, I'm excited to rekindle with this year, like people that I really feel like connected to, I met in clubs. And
just knowing that there are a lot of people out here that give a darn, let's say that, about your kid and your son, your daughter, whatever. We care about them, and we want to make sure that they're having the best experience possible. And there's a lot of resources for them to make sure that they're taken care of while they're here.
I love starting at this time of year in August because it's actually like warm out, sunny. It's nice. It's not, getting into kind of fall where it starts to get cold and windy and everything. We'll get there eventually, once we're a few weeks into the semester. But it's nice. You get to see a lot of new people, and you kind of get back into the swing of things because I like being here. So finally getting to be back, and it's kind of sad. I only got 2 years left, but I'm excited.
Reporting for NCWLIFE, Nathan Eshelman.
All right, thanks so much, there, Nathan, and good to be back. I'm certain for you to be back on your old campus. Well, it's Fair Week here in the Wenatchee Valley. They're starting up, and Josie Meats takes us to one place that's going to have a big week at the fair.
What's cooking good looking? Well, the North Central Washington Fair is cooking up all sorts of fun next weekend for you here in Waterville. I'm Josie Meats with the NCWLIFE channel and the Wenatchee World, and we caught up with the fair manager to hear all that there is to hear about this year's fair. So here at the North Central Washington Fairgrounds, we found the fair manager, Carolyn Worley. Carolyn, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you.
So take me through, I guess, kind of the tradition and history of North Central Washington Fair.
Yeah, sure. So our fair is over 140 years old. Started as a potato festival long ago, and it's been kind of iconic since then. It's known as the NCW Fair, the Waterville Fair, but we have really grown into a cute little fair. But also what's iconic about it is our rodeo. that has been going on since as long as the fair, which is pretty special.
And the rodeo, that features the Big Bend Roundup,
Correct.
which is thoroughbred horse racing and the Indian Relay.
Correct.
So take me through, like, I guess, what is it, as an audience member, what do people experience, like, in the stands during that time?
Yeah, so the Big Bend Roundup is super cool. It's very Western. It's a full PRCA, which means pro rodeo. So all of the events you would love, like bull riding, bronc riding, saddle bronc, all of that, barrel racing. But then we also include the Indian Relay, which is very, very cool. And then also the gate racing, like you mentioned. So we intermix the rodeo events with the horse racing events. We have amazing competitors, both locally here, like the Colville tribes, but also from really far away, as far as Montana and Wyoming, that come here to race. So it's a very cool event. And definitely something, if you've never seen before, you want to experience.
And that happens multiple times throughout the fair weekend, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So the way that our fair kind of is set up is we open on Thursday and it's free admission for everybody. So we want to really spread agriculture awareness and give everybody the opportunity to come to the fair and experience the animals and the food and everything. So that's Thursday. We have a concert on Thursday night, which is Nico Moon, super fun. Then Friday, First Responders Day, concert Friday night as well, which is Walker Hayes. And then Saturday and Sunday is the rodeo. Saturday is also the youth livestock sale.
And kind of going to that agricultural illumination, the highlighting of that work, the kind of showing what goes into between the farmer and the consumer. Take me through, for the youths that have their animals on display or their projects on display, and then on Sunday get to auction them off. What opportunity does that give, like, kids out there that have worked this whole year to raise something?
Yeah, so obviously it's that educational experience, figuring out having to buy the animal as a little one, feeding it, making sure that it comes at the proper weight, making sure that it's healthy, making sure that it's of good quality, and just really going from beginning to end, and auctioning the animal off, which is super sad on Sunday, but that's the circle of life, right? And so we're hoping that these kids will grow up and go back into the world and help produce more, whether they become orchardists, wheat farmers, cattle farmers. Really, we don't know, but we really hope that they will take that experience back into the world. And they also have to experience things like, what if their animal doesn't make weight? They have to figure those things out because they can't just show up. And so it's really learning, and it's really figuring out all of those tips and tricks to make sure their animal is exactly where it needs to be to go on to its next stage.
And on top of all that, the rodeo fun, the exhibition fun, you have a carnival, you have live music, you've got tasty food.
Yeah.
Tell me, what's your go-to like item that as soon as the fair opens you're like, I'm going to get this?
Oh, that's so hard for me because I love all of our food vendors, and honestly I don't get to eat very much because I'm really busy, but I always make sure to hit the barbecue place. I really love Smulligan's barbecue. It's super great pricing and just super good quality. So that is one I do try to make it in. But like you mentioned, our fair is pretty cool. It's a county fair, and it's not like going to the state fairs. It's very small and quaint, clean, organized. You're safe here. You can let your kids go to the carnival while you go get a beer in the beer garden with some food. It's very Instagrammable, as the kids would say, and we have a lot of fun, cute things to do and see while you're here. If you haven't been to our fair, like yourself, you've got to come and experience, because it's a really hidden gem of our area.
I know that it was my grandparents' favorite fair to go to. They always talked about coming, and my grandmother had relatives that would come down and do the horse races. You have a kind of storied history with the fair. This is your 8th year, correct? Doing it? But you also grew up here in Waterville. Can you kind of take me through what it was like growing up around the fair, and then kind of coming into the position that you're in now?
Yeah. So I didn't grow up showing animals or doing any of that, but I did grow up coming to the fair. My mom did, my grandpa did, and so it is pretty special in that way. And 8 years ago, when this all kind of transpired, I wasn't from the fair world at all. I actually was running a senior living community, but I had some connections to the fair, and they asked if I would consider taking the job because the fair was at a very desperate place. It was not going well. We were losing a lot of vendors, the animal barns were empty. We had no carnival. And so I kind of took it on as this big project, and our fair has just exploded exponentially. We're at the most popular place I think we've ever been. And I really kind of believe that's because we've stuck true to our roots, that we want to be the greatest little fair that there is. We don't want to compete with the big dogs, right? We want to be special in that way. And so that is very special for me that I get to bring my kids and have them be like 4th generation fairgoers, because I do think, like you said, your grandparents, a lot of families have history here. And so we want to invite their kids and their grandkids back to take part of that history.
Is there anything else that you'd want to add that we haven't touched on?
I just think you've got to come experience it. I promise that just because you've been to one fair doesn't mean you've seen them all. We're very, very cool, very unlike Grant County and Chelan County that are much bigger. I promise you'll have a great time. The food is great. You've got to hit a concert while you're here. It's pretty special to see the grandstands full on Friday night as the sun's setting. So just get your boots on and come on up and see us.
Just one more thing before we go. Take us through the dates again. And I believe that Thursday is a free admission day, correct?
Yeah, so August 27th through the 30th. Thursday is free admission for everybody, starting at 9 a.m. when the gates open, all the way through the day. The concert isn't free, but that does start at 7:30. But yeah, come up and get lunch, and then Friday again, another concert. Saturday, Sunday, pro rodeo and Indian relay and horse racing. Tons to do. You can hit our website at ncwfair.org and see the schedule of events. Lots of free things for your family to do, a cute kids area. There's the magicians and the face painters and the balloons, like all of the fun things that kids love to do.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us today.
Yeah, thank you.
And then, should I say something here?
We'll see you at the NCWLIFE.
Josie, thanks so much. And we are actually going to try to get out to the fair later on this week, so watch out for that newscast. Coming up here on the NCWLIFE Evening News, it's all about music.
This week, Weezer goes gold, Brandon Flowers goes country, and Sam Smith writes us a love letter with Hazel Eyes.
Thanks so much, dear Brent. Hey, Cade, what's coming up in sports?
Hey, sports fans. Cade Calvin here with us. Still to come in the show in sports. We'll cover the second Seahawks preseason game, go over some NBA news, and this day in sports history. That's all still to come as part of the NCWLIFE Sports Block.
And in just a few moments, we're going to look at your full forecast with Grant. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Back with you in just a moment.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Affordable power is the heart of what we do as your public utility. But we don't stop at offering some of the lowest rates in the nation. Through local partnerships, discount and assistance programs, our staff works with residents every day to keep the power on. And now, we're offering 25% bill discounts for customers who need it most. To see if you qualify, visit chelanpud.org/discounts.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. Lots of smoke Saturday. Boy, wasn't yesterday nice? We could actually see the Cascades yesterday and with that breeze, but today it moved back in on us. Right here in Wenatchee, we had some of the worst air quality in the state today. We were hovering around the unhealthy for sensitive groups throughout the day today, and you can't really see the foothills that well this afternoon outside our weather window, but on the flip side of that, the folks that have been seeing the worst air, Chelan. And look at Chelan this afternoon. Not bad on our South Shore camera. You can see some boaters out there enjoying Lake Chelan today and just a little bit of haze there. So good news for you folks up that way. It's a much better air day. All right, let's take a look at our week ahead as far as weather goes. We are really going to warm up as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. We're talking low to mid 90s on Tuesday, and when we get into Wednesday, mid to upper 90s before we see a big cool down on Thursday. And by the time we get into the weekend, we're talking temperatures Friday, Saturday, upper 70s to lower 80s. And we'll talk more about that coming up. But today's high temperature, unofficially 88 degrees. 84 is our normal high temperature. Our record high, it was set just last year at 100 degrees. This morning, 59, and that's right in line with where we should be for this time of year. 44, our record low set in 1992. Sunrise now at 6:09, and the sun will set tonight at 7:56. Getting you into your Tuesday weather, we will see a big warm-up, as I mentioned earlier. 95 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 94 in Quincy, Wenatchee. We should touch 94, as will Eniat and Chelan. 89 in Lake Wenatchee, and 92 the high temperature tomorrow for you folks in Leavenworth. So we are in for at least a 2-day warm-up. All right, tonight we do expect widespread haze to continue as long as we see this northerly flow and northwest flow. The smoke from that Little Giant fire is just going to keep our air hazy and smoky. We'll be mild tonight, though, with low temperatures into the mid-60s. And then, as we've talked about, big warm-up heading our way on Tuesday. Here is our anchoring high pressure right along the Continental Divide in Montana and Wyoming, and it's grabbing that warmer air and bringing it into Washington. That will allow us to get into the mid-90s for highs on Tuesday, and boy, even a little bit warmer for Wednesday. Mostly sunny throughout the state, maybe some high clouds. We are talking mid, maybe even some upper 90s for high temperatures on Wednesday. And then for your Thursday, things really change. We get more into a westerly flow of things, bringing in some Alaska air our way. It'll be a little bit breezy in the afternoon on Thursday. High temperatures will cool down about 10 degrees on Thursday, down into the mid-80s. And then for Friday, mostly sunny. Temperatures will get back to where we should see them for this time of year. We're talking highs again on Friday into the mid-80s. Should be a beautiful end to our work week. And then we get into the weekend, we're really going to cool down. Not so great for Saturday, at least now. Partly cloudy. Could see those windy conditions on Saturday afternoon, and much cooler. Highs in the upper 70s on Saturday afternoon. And then as we end our weekend on Sunday, a beautiful day ahead. We'll see mostly sunny skies. High pressure beginning to move back into the Pacific Northwest, and we're talking Sunday high temperatures in the low 80s. Take a look now at your 7-day forecast. 64 overnight tonight, smoke and haze and hot. 94 tomorrow, 96 on Wednesday before we cool down 10 degrees on Thursday. Going to be a little bit breezy too for Thursday. Friday, a nice one, mostly sunny and 84, and we will cool down even some more on Saturday. Partly cloudy, windy and 77 before we end the weekend on a high note with mostly sunny skies and high temperatures right around 81. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Cade Calvin and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
The Surf and Slide Water Park is open from Memorial Day through Labor Day. Surf and Slide is located in the heart of Central Washington in Moses Lake with activities for all ages and abilities. Check out Surf and Slide's Flow Rider Surfing Simulator, Lazy River, 2 200-foot water slides, tube slides, and diving boards. Our children's area includes a Treasure Island water structure, splash pad, and baby octopus slide. For season passes, visit us online or find Surf and Slide on Facebook.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Welcome back in, sports fans. Kate Calvin here with you. We're going to start things off in Tennessee, where the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks took on the Titans in preseason game number 2.
The Seattle Seahawks dropped to 0-2 in the preseason Sunday night, falling 19-16 to the Tennessee Titans after building an early 13-point lead. Drew Lock threw for 103 yards and a touchdown, including a 36-yard touchdown strike to Elijah Arroyo, while Jacardia Wright broke free for a 69-yard touchdown run to help Seattle jump out to a 16-3 advantage. But Tennessee chipped away, with Joey Sly kicking 4 field goals before Dearness Johnson scored the go-ahead touchdown with under 6 minutes to play. The bigger concern for Seattle came on the injury front. Left guard Mason Richmond suffered what Mike McDonald called a major long-term injury, while rookie safety Bud Clark broke his right ankle on Seattle's first defensive play and is expected to miss months of action. The Seahawks were also flagged 14 times for 129 yards. Coach is not going to like that, and will wrap up the preseason Friday night at Kansas City. Klay Thompson is headed to South Beach, signing a 2-year deal with the Miami Heat worth about $11.5 million. Thompson cleared waivers Sunday after agreeing to a buyout with the Dallas Mavericks, and now joins a reloaded Heat roster featuring Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo. The 36-year-old Thompson is 4th on the NBA's all-time three-pointers list, a career 41% shooter from deep, and won 4 championships during his time with the Golden State Warriors. He'll also have a chance to move up the record books this season, entering the year just 74 threes behind Ray Allen for 3rd all-time. Thompson's deal includes a player option for the 2nd season. Veteran guard DeMar DeRozan is headed to Denver, agreeing to a 1-year deal with the Nuggets worth the veteran minimum of $3.9 million. The 37-year-old DeRozan is entering his 18th NBA season and will be joining his 5th team as he continues to chase the first championship of his career. Denver is adding DeRozan after sending young wing Peyton Watson to Cleveland in a 4-team trade, giving the Nuggets another experienced scorer around Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. DeRozan averaged 18.4 points per game last season with Sacramento, snapping a 12-year streak of averaging at least 20 points per game. He's a 6-time All-Star and now joins the Nuggets team still trying to get back to the finals after winning it all in 2023. All right, it's time once again to fire up the sports time machine and take a look back at this day in sports history. On this day in sports history, August 24th, 1919, Cleveland pitcher Ray Caldwell was 1 out away from finishing a win over the Philadelphia Athletics when lightning struck near the mound and knocked him flat. Players around the field said they felt the electrical shock, and for a moment, Caldwell's teammates feared he may have been seriously hurt. But after a few minutes, Caldwell got back to his feet and insisted on finishing the game. He faced one more batter, Joe Duggan, and got him to ground out to end it all. Cleveland won 2-1, with Caldwell completing the game after allowing just 1 run on 4 hits. And somehow, his season got even weirder. Just a few weeks later, Caldwell threw a no-hitter against the New York Yankees. But on August 24th, 1919, Ray Caldwell provided one of the most bizarre tough guy moments baseball has ever seen, getting knocked down by lightning, then getting back up to record the final out.
Alrighty, that's all for sports this time. Reporting for NCW Life, I'm Cade Calvin.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Slide and surf all summer long.
Soundwave Saturdays. More than a surf park, it's the summer scene. Grab a drink and enjoy live music every Saturday in July and August. Slide Waters in Lake Chelan. Don't miss it.
And welcome back, everybody. Let's get one more look at your forecast with Grant.
Thanks a lot, Rick. And here's the final check of your weather forecast. We expect a hot couple of days coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. Mid-90s both days. Mostly sunny on Wednesday. Big cool down as we get to Thursday. It will be breezy and 86 degrees. 84 on Friday with mostly sunny skies. And look at that cool down for Saturday. Partly cloudy, lots of wind on Saturday and 77. Before we end the weekend on a high note, Sunday, mostly sunny with a high temperature of 81. Rick?
Thanks so much, dear Grant. Now let's go to Brent Evans with a look at New Music Monday.
Welcome to Music That Matters with 321 New Music Monday. This week, Weezer goes gold, Brandon Flowers goes country, and Sam Smith writes us a love letter with Hazel Eyes. Plus, Mariah Carey opens the Glitter Vault, Fontaine's DC gets dark and cinematic, and Mac Miller's The Divine Feminine gets a 10th anniversary release on vinyl. 3 major album drops. The last time we got new music from Weezer was 2022 when they gave us 4 EPs, one for each season. We've had the blue album, the black album, the red album, the white album. We've had a lot of colors, but for this one, the gold album. I'm down if you're down for like John. And then there's Brandon Flowers, who's doing something different. Back to his roots, he's gone country. That's not him, but that's what he's done with his newest album, Thrasher. Does it ever cross your mind the wonder that it is to be alive? So yes, on this album, Mr. Brightside has officially gone country. Next, Sam Smith with Hazel Eyes. That's the title track off Sam Smith's 5th studio album, which is being described as a love letter. Here's my guy. 2 new singles. First up, Mariah Carey and Rochelle Jordan with a remix of Didn't Mean to Turn You On. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to turn you on. This is part of Mariah's 25th anniversary celebration of Glitter. Also new this week, Fontaine's DC with Marianne. The song is partly inspired by the series Ripley, and it's the lead single off their upcoming album, Dopamine Chamber, due out this October. And finally, one vinyl. Mac Miller fans received the announcement that The Divine Feminine is getting a 10th anniversary deluxe vinyl release on October 2nd. In the meantime, though, we can enjoy Butterflies, a previously unreleased song from that time. I'ma push you in a mood. Baby girl, them butterflies stick like glue. That's your 3 albums, 2 singles, and 1 vinyl for 321 New Music Monday. Until next time, make good choices.
Appreciate that, Brent. Big time. Well, that wraps it up for us here on the NCWLIFE Evening News. And hey, for news 24 hours a day, all you have to do is go on to NCWLIFE.com or WenatcheeWorld.com. We're updating stories on WenatcheeWorld.com all the time. Find out what's happening in your world on WenatcheeWorld.com. We'll see you back here, folks, again next time on the NCWLIFE Evening News.